All right, welcome back, Universe, to bonus episode 25, first ever 25th bonus episode.
Coming to you from Highland Tower Studios in Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
Is this like 25.2?
This? No.
Version 25.2?
It's just the bonus episode
right.
I thought you were
associated
asking
with
about the music.
25.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Just giving you shit about the episode number.
Yeah. All right, you're actually going to be on TV next Sunday, right?
Next Sunday, they're going to be airing the Daytona TT race, which is what we were part of that track. It'll be on NBCSN, NBC Sports Network, sometime tomorrow, Sunday afternoon next week.
So if you want to see Sam, you can go check him out on
NBCSN, NBC Sports Network.
You know how I am with switching letters and numbers around.
Right. Yes, firsthand. Yes,
a little
exactly.
bit dyslexic, yeah.
I fucked up on the address again by writing.
He got here.
Yeah.
He got here anyway.
Minor details.
So, all right, definitely go check him out. Right now, we do have breaking news if you listen to the first
Holy
one.
Man.
This just popped while we took our break after the first episode. The cause of death revealed for Iowa family of 4 that died in Mexico.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'm still thinking it's odorless gas.
Yes, inhaling toxic gas,
Oh,
according to Quintina Ruz prosecutor's office. So they have not revealed the gas, but how did it get there? Why was only their room?
Could have been a gas leak. Could have been carbon monoxide.
Not just the room, it was a condo, right? It wasn't like
Condo.
they were part of a resort, so it could have been the whole...
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me anyway.
When I first saw the story, I thought they were at a resort, but then when it said they were at a condo, that's kind of what I was thinking
it's probably
too.
more
That it must have been some kind of
separated thing. Yeah,
to do all of them,
Right. Hell of a lawsuit there.
Ooh-wee. Yeah,
still got to sue Mexico to get it.
Yeah,
that's true.
They'll give it. They'll pay it out in years of landscaping.
Right?
Yeah,
That depends. It's like an Airbnb type situation, or
Right.
Yeah,
who knows?
not sure. They said the couple and their children were dead for about 36 to 48 hours before their bodies were discovered. Ooh, in the Mexican heat down there too.
Right.
Oosh.
That sucks.
So
That's terrible.
we did figure it out, kind of. We still have more questions.
More to follow,
but we do know it was noxious gas. You can't rule out foul play.
Suppose.
Yeah. All right. So we got that.
So we got that going.
We got that.
So we came up with a question during our little interim break. Sam, have you ever been injured?
I've been injured. Not since I have started flat track racing. The closest I would say I have come to an injury was towards the end of the season last year. I went in my right elbow. I have accelerated. Wow. I
There you
can't think
go.
of the
And memory loss.
yeah, and memory loss.
Crash head, boom.
Arthritis. Accelerated
Accelerated arthritis.
arthritis and tendonitis in my right elbow, and essentially from just excessive movement versus the average person in a lifetime.
Okay.
And also the tendonitis part when you ride. So we're doing all left-hand turns. Okay. So when you ride, you want to have your elbow up as high as you can. And I know everybody listening can't see what I'm doing here, but you guys can. So when I'm riding, my hands are on the handlebars here. My right elbow, you want to have up as high as you can. Okay. And the reason being, if you're riding and you got your arms down here and something happens with the front end and you got to react. If your arms are down here, you're slower to react and you don't have the leverage to do so. Whereas if you're up and out and wide,
Okay.
you got more leverage on the bars to react and to control the bike. So when I'm riding and I'm going into a corner, my elbow's way up here.
About to your ear level.
Yep. And then you're turning left, so you're pushing away from you with that right arm, and then you're twisting the throttle as well. So essentially what you're doing is your elbow's way up here, and you got to twist the throttle. So you're twisting your wrist. You're overextending this muscle essentially.
Yeah.
So it's the way your muscle attaches to the bone. It's like a bunch of little fish hooks stuck into the bone, whatever. So that's pulling off. And then the arthritis is just because I move.
Do you want me to be the expert now to tell you what's going on?
Yeah, you could. This is the explanation I had anyway.
But you know what? It's probably better that you explain it because
I use normal terms. Yes, right. So anyway, that's what they told me. So I went. Still supposed to be continuing physical therapy every week. I went until it felt better, and now it feels a little bit better, and so I quit going. So I'll just wait till it starts to hurt again, then I'll keep going. But
start the league where they race the other way.
Right.
Do you wear like a brace or anything?
I have a brace that I'm supposed to be wearing it when I'm sleeping, and whatever. No, I don't. So essentially, the muscle pain is gone. That's not as bad, and they show you how to stretch that and whatever. Mm-hmm. So before I race, after I race, whenever it's sore. And then the arthritis thing, and the joint itself is a little sore. But as far as injuries, crashing, things like that, no, not since I've been doing this.
What about racing like 4-wheelers?
Yeah,
not professionally.
Right. Yes, we've had some injuries.
Was there a family story that she's getting at?
No, there's. Oh, we could get into family stories because this will lead into.
Yeah, you don't.
This will lead into a broken bone, and then that'll lead into the go-kart, and then the go-kart will lead into a Molly story. But no,
he's finally stopped accusing me of that every time I see him.
Exactly. Yeah, finally let it go, and you had to bring it up today.
Yeah, I think a side effect for the Need for Speed is
you're going to get hurt. Right? It's not an if, it's a when. And people say that with street bikes too. People oh, you ride motorcycles? Oh, have you crashed yet? Well, what do you mean yet? And it's like, well, you're going to crash. Whether it's your fault, somebody else's fault. Conditions, motorcycle, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's just part of riding bikes, and
that's why I don't ride them.
Right. So as of right now, nothing major has happened. No, I've crashed a few times. Obviously, you wear lots of protective gear. We have Bell Helmets sponsors us. They're some of the best helmets in the industry, and we have. On the higher speed tracks, we wear a full leather padded suit. And on some of the lower speed stuff, we'll wear an upper body protection suit where it's hard plastic and padding over your elbows, shoulders, chest, back, back braces, knee braces, shin guards.
Assless chaps?
Yeah, occasionally,
Get better grip on this.
Right, exactly. I only like to wear those in the races where we're standing. But so we do wear obviously as much protective gear as we can. But there are, you can get hurt. So
okay. Jackie just died a couple days ago by falling off a horse. So that's kind of like riding an old-timey bike.
It's like riding a bike with a mind of its own. I hate horses.
Plus, then you got all the other horses that are behind you if you're up
Best
in the
case
front.
scenario, you're in last place and you fall off the horse.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to get trampled by all the guys behind you.
Nope. I've ridden horses a few times, and I have always been extremely nervous. I actually, I don't mind riding horses, but I'm just like... Yeah, people ask me, what do you mean you don't like horses? You ride motorcycles at 100 miles an hour and you don't want to ride a horse? And I'm like, yeah, I know.
A horse killed Superman.
I know what the motorcycle... yeah, exactly. I know what my motorcycle's going to do.
Horse has a mind of its own.
Yes, a horse can do whatever the hell it wants to do. I can tell it as many times as I want to do this or do that.
No,
right,
stop.
Exactly.
So I know Tom likes to bet on the ponies. Is there any betting on motorcycles?
I'm sure there is. I don't see why.
None that you're aware of.
None that I participate in.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure on the bigger races you can have Vegas.
Sure. I'm sure.
It has to be more professional because I think too many shady deals can be
right on local little. Yeah.
Well, you can vote on. You can gamble on anything in Vegas.
Yeah.
You can gamble on how long the commercial break's going to be at the Super Bowl.
Well, that's just for the Super Bowl, but I'm sure they're not going to take any random guy who can come in there and
try and get stakes on a race in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for one night. Yeah, right. But no, I'm sure you could. We raced at X Games last year. That was broadcast on ESPN. That was a full out,
that's cool,
legitimate deal. So I'm sure that could have been bet on. Mm-hmm. We might be there again this year.
Nice.
So call you a bookie.
Right.
Yeah. Let's do this, universe.
But I think it would be too easy for some rich guy to be like, okay, you're playing for what, a $500,000 prize?
Right.
I'm going to give you $10,000 to fall.
Right.
And I'm going to place $3 million on you to fall.
Right.
Well, that kind of stuff happens everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this level of racing, what I'm in anyway, is too casual where, yes, the first guy that waves $10,000 in somebody's face to take a digger is probably going to take it. Yeah.
You're literally not professionals.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not going to win any money at this race, but I'm going to get $10,000 if I just crash on purpose. All right. Yeah. I'm just going to
I could send my kid to college.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they have prize caches for the winner?
So the hooligan racing, yes, purses. The hooligan racing, they're trying to stay away from that. There are some series. the Minnesota race we went to on Friday did have cash purses. But the hooligan racing, they are trying to stay away from that because they want people to be out there racing. Right. They don't want guys doing it, building bikes, spending money to go win money. And it puts more of a competitive edge on it that it'll get to the point where it takes the fun out of it, especially at an amateur level.
How do you get to the pro level? Are there people like at these
there's
amateur races that are watching?
Sure. There's actually 2 riders that went from the hooligan series last year that went into the pro series this year.
So that would be the huge.
So it can be a stepping stone.
It's a development league.
Yep. Yeah. And you very well can be. You could go from this, and I'm not going to say it. Very likely, it's possible to go from hooligan racing, boom, right to the pros. But and the guys that did do that from last year to this year obviously had some motorcycle racing experience prior, whatever. Yeah. Did this and did well at it, and had some sponsors pick them up and put them into the pro league this year. So it's possible. Is it probable? No. Possible? Yes. So
well,
unless they're a hot chick. Are there any women in motorcycle racing?
There's actually some hot chicks in motorcycle racing. I'll tell you. Yeah, no, there are. There are even at X Games last year. We had three female racers that did just fine.
Cool.
So, and then actually, it might have been more than 3. I think it was 3.
There's only 3 that came back to the hotel room with you.
I think I had them all accounted for.
Yeah, I think I got them all.
Right.
I could never do that. I would be.
Go back to the hotel room with your cousin
with 3 women.
I'm talking about racing.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
dicks.
Yeah. Not a race, Molly.
Yeah.
It's not a race. Take your time.
Right.
We got all night.
You guys suck so bad. I hate
like
you all.
You didn't set yourself up for that.
I realized that I did.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah, damn it.
Oh,
fuck you.
Okay. So, Universe, we are going to do our new segment, What the Fuck with Foz. We're going to call Foz and ask him some conspiracy shit.
Hopefully we get him.
Otherwise, this is just nothing.
Hello.
Hey. I was just talking to Mark about that 411 shit, and I was trying to explain it to him. Can you tell him, like, what that is?
Hi, Foz.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. It's a bunch of people over the last 50, 100 years have been missing in all the national parks.
Okay.
It's kind of like, Yosemite, wherever Mount St. Helens was up in that area of Washington State. All national parks, all of a sudden, people are just disappearing. I mean, they get 30 feet from you and you never see them again.
Yeah.
Like they're camping?
Yeah. If you want to look it up, just write in missing 411 on the computer. It'll bring it all up to you.
Okay.
It's really fascinating.
All right. So, like, they'll find people. It was like up a mountain 4 days later where they couldn't have gotten to, like, naked or something. What was?
Oh, some of the people that they find 2 years later.
Okay.
They're naked, all the bones in their bodies are broke, but they find them 30 feet from where they were missing. You know, and they've had, like, the National Guard in there searching for these people, but they find them 2 years later.
So
some people never come back.
Yeah, what is the... See, I was trying to figure out what the end thing was. Like, what do they think is doing this? Who's doing this?
They're trying to tie Bigfoot to it.
Bigfoot.
I thought Bigfoot was just on the Pacific Northwest.
That's where
No,
I'm
they're
saying
all
him.
over the place.
Is there everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bigfoot stealing people out of parks?
Breaking their bones.
I'm not saying that. I've never got to the end of this. The weirdest thing on this whole thing, there was 4 parts to the story.
Okay.
Part 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right.
I read 1 and 2, and I seen 3 and 4 was right next to it.
Okay.
I tell Chris about it, my brother. So he says, wait till I catch up with you on 1 and 2. He goes through the whole deal. Now we can't find 3 and 4.
They took it off?
No, Now this is freakier than shit.
Yeah. Huh.
It's a strange deal. So if you happen to look it up and your computer shows 3 and 4, do them 2 first.
Okay.
Just in case. I don't know. He's seen it. He can't get it on his computer now. I've seen it. I can't get it on mine.
All right, so I was trying to look it up now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's right in missing 411.
Missing
the guy's
411.
name is David Polides or something like that. He's a retired cop.
Oh, whatever. I'll fix it. Missing 411. And missing 411.
Oh, there's a movie.
Were you watching a movie, Foz?
No, that's part of his bullshit.
Oh.
They claim his movie sucked. It's like somebody got to him and he decided not to do anything about it.
All right, it's...
Oh, he wrote in Missing 411 Bigfoot.
Missing411.com.
David Polides.
That's it.
He's got a bunch
It's
of
his
books.
stuff.
Do you know he's got like
a dozen books?
A dozen books on it?
Well, there's I don't know what you're looking at on the thing. I know what you're saying, but there's going to be something that says Part 1, Part 2.
All right.
Did you see any of that yet? With David Polides, Part 1, Part 2.
Was it on YouTube?
I don't know. Fuck, I'm on a computer, man. It's talking about that dark here.
And do David Polides Part 3.
Oh, yeah, it's YouTube. Part 1 and Part 2.
There we go.
Oh,
hit that, he'll explain.
You can see it?
Right there, first part. Oh, we got 3. It's on YouTube.
3 and 4.
It's 40 minutes long.
That's probably it.
Holy
Listen
shit.
to them, just so you don't lose them.
It looks like it's a documentary that was released.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, he wrote like 4 different things on it.
Okay.
They've just got it split up into 4 parts on
Right.
YouTube
He's going
because
to explain how this goes. You may have to start with Part 1, but don't lose 3 and 4.
Yeah, open up a different tab. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's back on.
Don't close that window.
All right, I'm watching the basketball game here.
Which
All right.
one?
All right, talk to you later.
WNBA basketball game?
It's Duke in Kansas, man.
Okay. All right. Bye. All right. That was
Foz
just
is
a
awesome.
Midwestern taste of Foz for you.
Conspiracy update.
Conspiracy update.
Sasquatch.
Go Google David Polides.
Smashing people.
Start with 3 and 4.
But then start with 1.
Don't lose it.
So that was
That was What the Fuck with Foz this week. Stay tuned for more What the Fuck with Foz when he gets past 3 and 4 and finds something else crazy on the internet.
I'm probably going to watch those on Monday.
Yeah?
yeah, they sound interesting.
Yeah.
Susan goes to work, and it's just me and Helen, and I watched YouTube all day.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
going to scare Helen.
Well, I wait till she's like in nap time or something.
Right.
All right. So, all right. You wanna play a game?
Sure.
All right. Mark, do you want to start him off with a worst case scenario or would you rather?
We'll do these. The worst case scenario,
Or-
I had bought
yeah.
that at Goodwill. 'Cause like, this will be awesome, and it sucks.
Okay. Well, then let's not do stuff that sucks.
All right. Perfect.
Worst $2 I ever spent.
Damn it.
So this is a game
The
that
condom that caused your child.
my,
That failed and caused your child.
I trusted that 75-cent condom.
but it glows in the dark.
Right. The
So, yeah,
sticker in the bathroom was so convincing.
My brother-in-law got us this game, and it's just like this or that kind of question.
Sure.
Let me just pre-read it so I don't.
No pre-reading.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right. Would you rather need medical attention because you accidentally got a large marble stuck in your nose, or because you got your head stuck between the bars of a wrought iron fence?
Ooh, I think I'd take the marble up the nose. I think I'd panic with my head in a fence.
Ooh.
I would take
Yeah.
the head in the fence.
Really? Ooh, nope.
Because you can, you're stuck there and it's going to suck, but someone can cut that bar and you're fine.
I
Yeah,
think
but
I'd
you
cut my
also
nose,
have
too.
another nostril that
Yeah,
breathes.
you can breathe out of your mouth too, people.
Right.
Yeah, but then someone's not cutting the bar away from my head. They're cutting a marble out of my nose.
Nope, I'd still take the marble. I'd go into full panic
If
mode
I
and
got
probably
it in
kill
there,
myself.
they can get it out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna suck, but I got it in there, so
I don't want to say I'm claustrophobic, but in a situation like that, I think I would go into like full panic mode and probably break my neck trying to get out of there. So I'll take the marble.
See, I think they're thinking about the embarrassment of the story.
Right.
Not embarrassed at all.
Nope. Not
Embarrassed that you got your head stuck in a fence?
No, a marble in my nose.
Right.
I think you can come up with ways like, oh, I tripped on some marbles and my head hit the floor and it
Right.
went in my nose. I
Right.
didn't do that.
Yeah.
My brother is a baby, and let's see if he actually listens to this and yells at me later. But he used to stick stuff up his nose as a baby. It was
Yeah.
like he was trying to store it for like later
Right.
Whoa.
peas and
It's like a marsupial pouch.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I'll save that for later.
yeah.
It's a marble.
He
Put it in
did
your
get.
pocket.
I don't remember what it was, but he did get something stuck up
in
there
the
once
nose?
that was, yeah, that was not good.
All right. Good to
So he
know.
could tell you.
Right.
All right. Would you rather have the sun in your eyes while driving no matter where you are, or always have to use the heater full blast in the summer and AC full blast in the winter, also while driving?
Do
Well,
I
you
get the option of
sun.
sunglasses?
Nope.
Shit.
That would nullify the question.
So sun in my eyes, that's awful annoying, but I don't like being
I can
too hot or too cold.
No, I'll get the self-driving car and I'll take the sun in the eyes. I'll just close them.
I can handle the temperature because, like, my first car, the AC didn't work and the
That wouldn't
heater
be so
didn't work.
bad.
So you're
No
just
heat in
used
the
to
winter would suck.
sweating
I
Yeah.
mean, I
or
would
freezing.
I would prepare for it. I would wear warmer clothes or
Why
No
can't I have
clothes?
sunglasses?
yeah.
No, you can't prepare for that if I can't prepare for the sun in my eyes, because then I just bring sunglasses. You can't bring extra clothes or no clothes.
Or a tax person visor.
Right.
Tax person visor.
What would you call that? You always see them in the movies. They're either doing taxes with the
Like a
green
poker
Right,
visor.
or a poker visor.
Oh, there, yeah. Sure.
Tax person.
Fine.
But you'd have to get the one with the fake spiky hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can wear a visor.
I think I'd take the sun. I can't handle the extreme temperatures.
I can't drive with the sun in my eye.
I can't either, but
Let's keep with the cars here. Would you rather be given a luxury car of your choice and get pulled over and questioned once a week, or drive a 1979 Datsun B210 and be immune to all traffic violations?
I'd still take the nice car.
Really?
All day. No question.
Well, the way I drive, I'd never get pulled over. So.
Right.
Well, but with this car, you would.
Right. They'd be
So with
pulling
the
you over,
Datsun,
hassling you with the
yeah.
car. That's what it would be.
Oh.
You would be, yeah,
But they're
traffic.
just hassling
ticket
me
bait.
for the car. I'm not getting a ticket. It's not like I'm doing anything wrong.
Yeah, but
I'd rather have the nice car.
how
Right.
do you ever speed? Go a mile over the speed limit?
No,
You would
never.
be pulled over chronically for that.
Well, you know what? There are some cop stories that I've heard where a guy would get like a gorgeous car in the city and two cops would have a bet like, I'll ticket him before you do.
Oh. See,
Yeah.
that would be that case right there.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to ticket this guy. He's
Right.
got that new hot rod. Yeah, we'll see who gets him first. See the new hot rod
I
driving
mean,
around?
yeah, we all drive. Normal people drive over the speed limit
Mhm.
by a couple of miles, and the
Yeah.
cops generally look the other way. But there's always that they deny it. But there's that time of the month when quotas are due.
Right.
So
We got pulled over on the way to Minnesota for blowing a way station. We were driving.
You had too much of a pause,
I know.
man.
Sorry.
I filled in there.
I was building the suspense for you.
For blowing a trucker under a bridge?
Yeah. We're driving a crew cab dually pickup truck and a 24-foot trailer, and it's funny because we just took the same rig to Daytona, and we talked about it on the way. We passed 1 million way stations on the way down. We're like, no shit, we don't have to stop. We're driving a pickup truck with a trailer. We're not a semi. We're not anything. So we don't even make it to Minnesota. And we get pulled over. State trooper, he comes up. Well, I pulled you over. I'm like, no. I mean, the crew said 5 over. Yeah, I get it. We're doing 5 over. I can't imagine you're stopping us for that. Oh, you didn't stop at that way station. We're like, yeah, and
way station?
right. Oh,
Your point?
you're over 10,000 pounds. You got to stop. We're like, oh,
Did
okay.
not know that.
All right. It was, like 1 in a million cool state troopers. I was like, all right, well, now you know. Have a good day. See ya. Just let us go.
Okay. Did you stop at the rest?
No, we didn't.
When you're supposed to stop at the way station,
They're
what do you
always
have to do?
closed.
Just pull over and...
Well, and that's the funny part. We were talking about it when we got back with another guy, and he said I've stopped sometimes with similar vehicle, and you pull in and they look at you like, what the hell are you doing here? Go get out of here. So it's a lose-lose. So, but again, we travel 2,500 miles to Daytona and back and didn't stop at one. Nobody said a word. And
Yeah.
this one cop stops us. I think we're right on the cusp.
He was
of that.
having a bad day.
Yeah, maybe, or he was bored or whatever. But that truck and trailer probably weighs, with the bikes in the trailer, probably 12,000 pounds. So I mean, we're just over what they say the thing is, and that's nowhere near what the weight limits are on the roads anyway. So we were like, we'll take our chances and run it.
It's all right.
Yep. What are you searching there, Tom?
All right. Weigh station is a checkpoint along a highway to inspect vehicles. Weigh stations are equipped with truck scales, some of which weigh in motion. The permanent trucks continue to move beyond being weighed, while older scales require your trucks to stop. Yeah, but what's the purpose?
Probably so it's not too heavy, too hard on the road.
Yeah,
You're not overloading your truck.
Certain highways have a that and obviously safety wise, trucks are only rated to haul so much weight, whatever. So they want to make sure you're not overloading your vehicles, and obviously the road conditions too. Certain roads are only made for a certain amount of weight.
Oh, they're also saying safety inspections can be performed.
Yeah, they can randomly pull you over or have you pull off to the side and do a DOT inspection.
Make sure that this thing's not going to fall apart and become a 30,000-pound missile.
Yes.
Going down the freeway.
Minor details.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I guess that makes sense. I thought it had to do with, like, trafficking shit.
No, nope. They don't. Half of them are rolling. Like that said, the newer ones are rolling scales where you come through at under 20 miles an hour and you roll through, and I think they just have like a green light or a red light. As long as you're good, the green light stays lit. If
well,
it's
I
red,
always
you got to
think
pull
of
off.
like FBI or mafia reasons, like back in the day.
Right.
They used to sell cars, and this truck, you started out with 4,000 pounds.
Right.
Where is that car now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in a.
I suppose, if you're running booze, you're running it through Minnesota or
Mhm.
some other northern state.
You come back, you should still weigh the same. Why
Yeah,
is
like
all
what
the way
was-
to the booze off
Right.
the car?
What was that movie where they had the camper stuff full of weed?
Oh, We Are the
Like-
Millers?
Yeah.
7 different movies.
Yeah.
We Are the Millers is what I was thinking.
Okay.
That was the one. Come on.
Or the one.
Get it together.
All right, I guess we can. You guys want to talk about this thing, which
What-
is kind of cool?
What?
No.
What?
This thing.
What's this
It's
thing?
Controversial free-range parenting is now legal in Utah.
What exactly is
Yeah, what is
free-range
that?
parenting?
You just,
Okay.
like 3 years old, you'd let him loose? Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that might be the thing.
Well, at what age?
They're protecting children and refuse. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just start from the top here. Governor blah 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 signed this bill to allow kids the freedom to walk to and from school, wait in parked cars while parents run in, for example, visit playground solo. Okay, that's pretty much it.
This is all the stuff I
what
did
age,
as a
though?
kid.
Right, yeah. At what
The
age?
bill, which doesn't specify an age limit for the above activities, will go into effect May 8th.
Well, how can they not have an age limit? Just any kid can be.
So does that mean you can't do that right now before this goes into
Right.
That's
effect?
what I thought. I thought you could let your kid go solo.
It's like we won't leave our 9-month-old in the car,
Right.
Even for 5 seconds.
But I
because
leave
we're
my
worried about it.
9-year-old in the car all the
Well, yeah.
time.
I was left in the car probably by the time I was 5 or 6.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably about that. I pump gas, run in to pay, and grab something to drink, and leave the kid in the
Especially
car.
at that
Whatever.
age, you'd rather stay in the car and play
Play
your
your
game
game,
or
right,
whatever
right.
than go in and shop with.
Make faces at the guy at the other gas pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go into Walmart and shop with.
Okay. Outlined in the bill, the following situations would not qualify as neglect: traveling to and from school or recreational facilities by walking, running, or biking, playing outside, or sitting in a car unattended, provided the child is at least 9 years old
Ah, okay.
in a reasonably safe conditions.
So you can't leave your 9-year-old in a 120-degree car.
Yeah.
baking
Or the
in
middle of
sun.
a blizzard.
Right.
But Senator Lincoln Fillmore said, "I feel strongly about this issue because we have become so over the top when protecting children that we are refusing to let them learn the lessons of self-reliance and problem
It's
solving
true.
that they will need to be successful as adults."
And as someone with a kid, I'm just going to say it. World's got plenty of kids.
Yeah.
So many.
We could lose a few, be fine.
I think they're trying to get rid of all the kids that are now needing all this medication and stuff.
Well, the
because they
helicopter
were-
parents.
Hypochondriacs.
Well, yeah, they were overprotected so long that, hey, we didn't let you play outside till you were 13,
Right.
but now
Yeah.
you're 18, 5 years later.
Well, and
You have to
all
learn
this stuff
all
is,
the
Still can't
childhood.
figure it out. Yeah.
all this stuff is fairly new too. Because when I was a kid, we would go out if it was nice out, and we would go
Wherever.
wherever,
Yeah.
Did they
and
have
just had
cars
to be
back
back
then?
by dark. Huh?
Did they have cars back then?
Well,
Fuck you.
Molly's the same age as me.
We didn't have cell phones and stuff though. if my mom really wanted to keep in contact with me, we had maybe walkie-talkies.
Remember
Right.
going to the mall and it was like, meet me at the toy store in 2 hours.
Right.
Right.
My dad would
Well,
drop us off
you-
at the mall and come pick
you know
us
what's
up
crazy?
a couple hours later.
And I talk about this still, and a lot has changed. Excuse me. But at our school in 7th or 8th grade, every other year they did a Washington, D.C. trip. And it either happened when you were in 7th or 8th, whatever. So I was in 7th grade when we went on this trip. And you go to, like they went to the Baltimore Mall, this huge mall in Baltimore. And okay, everybody meet back at the bus in 6 hours. And here we all are. What are you in 7th grade, 8th grade? You're like, what, 12, 13 years old?
Yeah.
And they just
Cut you loose.
hundreds of us. Yep. No, see you later. No supervision whatsoever. And same thing once we got to DC, we're like down in the the mall by all the monuments and shit. And it's like it just blows my mind. I can't imagine, and I don't know. I should probably look into it to see if they still do it. I'm sure they probably still take the trip, but I gotta imagine it's more supervised now with all the crazy shit going on in the world.
I bet you every kid has to have a cell phone or something like that. Yeah.
But it's crazy. I mean,
But
to
now-
think of that.
Yeah,
Is
we
it
had Great
really,
America
though?
trips like
Because
that.
back it was normal then, and we didn't. Like I said, we didn't have cell phones. Now every kid has a cell phone.
Right.
Their parents can get a hold of them whenever they want.
Right.
But they're even more restricted. They can't go out and just
I know.
do
I don't
whatever
know.
anymore. Like
This was a common phrase for parenting by my dad. Get the fuck out of the house. Don't come back till dark.
Right.
Get on your bike and leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Get the
Ride to
fuck outta here.
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm irritating him.
Right.
But yeah, my Jen, who was on the show, she claims she's not one of those helicopter parents or whatever, but I would call her out on the bullshit all the time. Like, Jen, you only let your kids not roller skate in the driveway, on the sidewalk along the driveway, which is about 30 yards, and you make them put on helmets, elbow pads, knee pads, and they
Right.
can't even go more than a mile an hour.
She might get fined if the kids aren't fully equipped. Like the parent might legally get in trouble.
If cars
for that.
drive by, they have to
What?
immediately stop and sit down. It's like,
Come on.
dude, the car sees you. Well, I didn't want to get hit.
Now
You
watch.
can get
But I'm not
fined
like
for
that.
Somebody
letting-
will be driving
Yeah.
some auto driving car that's going to malfunction and careen up onto the sidewalk, and they couldn't react because they were sitting down.
Yeah.
They're going to get run over.
I don't think she made them sit down, but
Okay.
they had to
Yeah.
stop, and it was like, dude, they're like 8, 9 years old, man.
Shit, when we were 4, when my parents had a restaurant, I would ride down to my buddy's house, like 2 miles away, 4 years old, on my pedal bike, and go down and we'd go to his house and hang out, and he'd
I
ride
missed
back
that
down.
restaurant.
Right. But 4 years old. And granted, it's not like a busy road that we were on or whatever, but still. And maybe I'm a helicopter parent, but Jesus, at 4 years old, I don't think I would have let Cameron do that,
Yeah.
Wow. But I don't know. I think it was
Depends
different.
on the kid.
Right, that too.
Yeah.
He's like the most independent 9-year-old now. I'd let him
But if you
take the car, go to the grocery
helicopter
store.
them from 1 to 4, they're not going to be like the
Right.
4-year-old that the other kid is.
Right.
Video games were also just starting to catch on. We didn't have the same kind of video game electronics to keep you
Right.
busy indoors.
Molly played Pong when she...
Well,
Battletoads blew
I
our
mean-
mind.
Yeah.
We can punch each other.
Nintendo, Super Nintendo came out when we were
Yeah.
kids. That's when they
My
really
family
started
had
getting
a
popular.
NES, and that's all we had till my brother bought a PlayStation when he was in high school.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we had literally Mario Brothers 3
That's
for
okay.
10 years, and that was it.
I would take it.
All right, so maybe this will work. I didn't know that there was a
Law against that?
law
I
against
didn't
that.
either.
And this is the first place, Utah?
Good to know.
Oh, it's like
That's
19
interesting.
people in Utah. What's
Right.
it?
Be interesting to
Kid's
see.
only going to fall off a gully.
Right.
It'll be
Keep your
interesting
eye
to
on those
see
Mormons.
How that
Yeah.
works.
It's a long-term study anyway, so it's going to be rough.
Are they going to do a study on it?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, everything can be studied with numbers over the years.
I'm curious.
Someone's just got to type it up with their accountant hat on.
Yep. Accountant visor.
You're such a dork.
I know. Look at that guy with the green hat on. He's got to be good with numbers.
I wish I had my nerds button.
You know what? That's been on your list for 2 months now. Thanks for getting around to it.
You're welcome.
All right, Molly, we're going to play a game. You got to get the fuck out of here.
What?
The game involves you guessing what are we all.
Have something.
Let's go over the game real quick.
Okay, the guesser leaves the room. The rest of the group comes up with something that the group owns or has in common. Like our game earlier was, for example, a refrigerator. And then you would, like Sam would say, we all have it in common. Mine's big. Mark has 2.
Yours is white.
Yeah. His buzzes at night. You know, something like that. So you try to keep the guesser guessing until they can figure it out.
Very vague descriptions.
So the audience will be in on
these
it,
games.
but
we'll be here all
you
night.
won't. All right.
You're sending the IT chick out of the room too?
It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
And no matter what you hear, don't come back up.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. IT chick is leaving the room. This is good radio.
Well, I'll come get you.
We'll stomp on the floor 3 times. If we stomp twice, we're doing something else.
Yeah.
4 times, you stay out there.
Right.
Maybe we should have just had her plug her ears and hum.
Well, it's too late now.
I hope you have
Just
some
stay at the
things
bottom
in
of the stairs.
mind
We'll
for
yell.
us to use.
What do you guys want to try? What do we all have in common? We all have cars.
That's too vague,
Too vague,
I think.
think.
And it'll be pretty easy giveaway.
We all have wieners.
That's true.
You're a Westenberger? No,
Fisher.
Fischer. Are you of German descent?
Yes.
We're going to have to
We all
edit
have
this
German
game.
blood.
Yeah.
Holy man.
Oh, we're all German?
I'm more Polish, but Poland was a part of Germany at the time.
Sure.
Okay.
How are we going to spin that?
We'll get there, man. Let's do it.
Tom is now leaving the room to fetch Molly.
Ow!
Yeah. Well, never mind. He's not leaving the room. He's just going to go fetch her. Nailed it.
Oh, there we
What
go.
the hell are you guys talking about up here? You guys
It's tough.
finding out all of your answers
We're
too?
very diverse up here.
Are we, though?
Yeah.
Okay, we
It's
decided
a-
not to do penises.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was gonna be my first guess.
Yeah. It would have been mine, too.
All right, so how do the clues work? You gonna...
We just say, mine is...
Do I get to guess after every clue? Or
I would guess, yeah, but I'm just trying to think of how to... Well, we'll start with Tom and go this way. That way I'll be the third one. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
by that
this
point.
sounds like just a make fun of Molly game.
It very well could be, and that's fine.
Yeah. Thanks for starting with me. Mine's old.
Mine is European.
Yeah, this is tough.
That's what I said when we picked it.
Yeah, this
I don't know
one.
how we're going to do that, but...
Am I guessing after every one?
Oh, yeah, sure,
You
go
can
ahead.
go.
Yeah.
Your car?
No.
Dick.
Gee, dang it. Mine
It must be a family
is-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly often is.
Shut up.
Little...
Dude, you
Yeah.
guys
This is your first
for,
time.
like-
I often joke that these improv games, it's a muscle.
They're
And-
hard.
We don't
And
have it.
yeah,
Right.
even after
Yeah,
doing it a
we
couple
may
of times,
edit
we're
this
still lousy at.
whole thing out.
Oh, yep. Meow. I'm just trying to, like I said, I don't know how we're going to keep going past the first go around here, but
You could say that your dad is it too.
Your dad has it too. Or...
he does have it too. But then we're going to get led right back to penises again.
Yeah. Well, how about your dad has it too?
My mom has it too. That'll eliminate the penis thing.
Mm-hmm. Mine comes from 2 sides. Yeah, it does.
I get it.
Ooh.
Mine might require you to know a foreign language.
Ooh.
I hate these games.
Was mine inherited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was inherited. I think that works.
Mine's loud and pissed off.
Your dad?
No, but I'll give you that he has it too. This was a too tough one. Maybe.
I know, it was. I'm telling you.
Mine was made in America with foreign parts.
Your penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, this was a bad one to pick.
It
So should we
was.
just say it?
Go ahead, Mark.
All right. We have German ancestry. Yeah. That's okay. So
What?
I will. Should I leave the room next?
That's
or?
mean.
Sure, we'll try it one more time. Maybe this
All right.
one will work.
Pick something a little more vague. Why don't you?
Yeah, well,
I
we
thought you were
went from
supposed to pick a thing.
we went from way too vague to way too specific. Yeah.
All right,
You guys suck.
this one's gonna get better. We promise, universe.
So we hope.
It is bonus content. So, all right. What do we all have in common? We got to figure that out first.
I don't know if Mark went far.
Yeah, he's far enough.
It carries real crazy. I had to go to the other stairs.
Oh,
Anyway.
that'll be fine. Anyway, what do we all have in common?
It doesn't have to be something we have in common.
Yeah, it does.
That's like the name of the game.
How about your underwear?
We all have underwear.
Do we?
You could. There's yours. Could be. I don't have any.
We all have siblings. How's that? We'll just try it.
Okay. Fuck it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark!
I'm coming.
Tom is leaving the room.
Right.
All right, Molly, what are yours?
They're.
You already gave a huge clue there.
You said, "What are yours?"
Ooh, it's plural. There's multiples.
They're plural.
I have multiples. Yeah, that's my clue.
Okay. You can say what yours. You have multiples.
Yeah, I do have multiples.
I have.
So it's not eggs.
I have multiples.
Yeah.
We all have multiples.
It's not
You all
penis.
gave the same clue.
Yeah. What do you think we all have in common? That's multiples. Molly.
Siblings.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
Cheater. He's cheating.
All right.
Well, good. So that
Boom.
went well. Yeah.
That's how you play the game.
He was
Molly.
listening and he cheated.
I was not. I was standing at the
That's
top
why
of the
Mark
stairs.
plays chess and you play checkers.
Right. Son of a.
Well, I was myself thinking of potential things, and I came up with mother. We all have mothers.
Wait, yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you
there
guys
we go.
very similarly went with siblings.
Okay, I think we can probably wrap this up. That was awesome. Well, thanks again, Sam, for
Absolutely.
staying and playing. I wish.
Oh, here's a random question for you.
Yes. Go ahead.
We're looking for movies to review. Do you have any fun racing movies you know of?
I'll tell you, one of my all-time favorite movies is Days of Thunder, and I know that's old, nothing new, modern, whatever. But
I've seen it. So.
I would say out of again, nothing real modern or recent, but
Doesn't have
if
to be.
car movies from a car guy or racing movies from a racing guy or whatever, you watch any of the Fast and Furious movies, anybody that knows anything about cars will just tear that shit apart because
Oh yeah.
Okay.
shifting 13 times and all this dumb shit.
Or driving a car into a helicopter.
Right.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Right. Yeah. Oh, God. The newer Need for Speed with the dude from
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Yep. 2014, I think that was
Yeah.
released.
What's his name?
Paul something Paul or Paul
Aaron
something.
Paul.
Aaron Paul. Yes. That is actually a good movie from a car guy's perspective. Car movie. It's actually a good movie.
Okay.
So,
Need for Speed, we could check out.
good soundtrack too.
Very good. All right. You want some rates? Let's do it. Amazon. Go to our website, theunipodcast.com. Click on the Amazon link. You're going to do it anyway.
You can buy a copy of Need for Speed.
There you go. Yeah.
Just click on it. Stop.
Just do it.
Just fucking do it, man. Why aren't you doing it? You're
Do it.
doing it
Just
anyway,
do it.
so do it to help us out. We're your buddies.
Don't be a pussy guy. Come on, do it.
Rum and Coke.
You can also try the Amazon Music Unlimited free trial. Kindle Unlimited.
Or Kinded.
I
Kinded.
like Kinded.
Molly, go downstairs.
Take your siblings and go downstairs.
Yeah. Just go there, go click on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. You know what's going on.
Mhm.
Also, click when you're done clicking on Amazon and you want to listen to some audiobooks, go to audible.com.
Listen to Need for Speed on tape.
Yes.
Listen to the books. Have somebody read to you like you were a child. And that was always nice because you didn't have to read.
I get it. So many nice things about being a child.
Yeah. Somebody else will read it to you. Or you can have it like when you're in your car. Just have a book. You don't have to listen to some radio station and hear the same song you've already heard 80 times in your life. You can
this is some
check out a new
dumbass
book.
podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Are we on audible.com?
No.
Okay. We will be.
They're just
I'll
books
put out
and
a
stuff
CD.
where, you'd have to write a book.
Okay. I'm just okay.
I'm writing a book.
There you
Go.
go.
Just gonna go write a book.
All right. Go to www.audibletrial.com/unipodcast or go to our website and check it out. You get 30 days of membership free, 1 credit for a month after the trial. Good for any book, regardless of price. What's the most expensive book?
Oh man.
The Gutenberg Bible.
There. You can read it.
So there.
Fuck you, Mark. That's religion.
I didn't say it was a good book.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'll just go check out the Gutenberg Bible on Audible.
Or don't.
No,
Either
for
way.
that,
Or
someone will have had to record it being read out loud.
Oh my goodness.
By Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he has German heritage. He could have been in the game with us.
Right.
Jesus.
That nobody would have got ever.
So,
Oh, that could have been a clue. Steve Gutenberg has it too.
Yeah.
we didn't even think. We'll
so
cut most of that
closed-minded.
out. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
That was our first time around.
Yeah. I'll come up with a better one for next week. And go on our site, join our mailing list. Everything you can do on our site here. We'll send out newsletters. I'll figure out how to write one in time while I'm writing my book.
Right.
See what's coming up, what might be on the show, special events we're planning, like the big party on July 14th at Jackson Park. Come in free. Check out comedians, bands, live podcast. Ask me anything there.
Have a hot
live.
dog.
A hot dog?
Motorcycles.
You had too much of a
Burnouts.
space.
Sam's going to come do some burnouts.
Yeah,
Sam's gonna do
bring
burnouts.
motorcycles.
I'm sure Harley Davidson will be our new awesome sponsor.
Oh
because of
yeah.
Sam. So,
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. All right. Where can you find us, Mark?
Our website is theunipodcast.com. We are on Twitter at Unipodcast or on Facebook at facebook.com/Unipodcast. Don't forget to email all your questions in to asktomanything414@gmail.com. This podcast is available on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and all your favorite podcast hosting sites. And check into Instagram because Tom is taking pictures like an Asian tourist.
Yeah.
See our website for more details.
And check us out on Facebook Book Live and put some goddamn comments down for a change. A lot of people who do. This isn't meant to
There were
you.
several
Right.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get some feedback. The thing about Facebook Live is the more people comment and the more people that click, our range increases.
Bigger and bigger.
So we're going to snowball
Right.
in the plague that takes over the world.
Right.
And Sam,
Yes.
where can we find you? You got anything?
S Fischer 17 on Instagram. SFISCHER
Yes.
17.
You should capitalize the C so people don't.
I think that'd screw people up.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, just try S Fischer 17. If you don't find it that spelling, just look for the other spelling. There's a bunch of motorcycles
It'd
on
be
there.
like
You can't miss it.
Fish share?
Yeah. or when the telemarketers call and they ask for Sam Fischer. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
All right. And thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Universe, hopefully that game didn't sound too bad after Molly edited it because it was kind of brutal to get through. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, Universe. We will be back next week. And remember, we're not good enough.